Very cool. All right. Well, I will start. Welcome, everybody. Like I said earlier, if you prefer to not have your camera on, that's completely fine. Anybody can have their mics on. We're gonna open mostly for Q&A, I guess. It's not like I have a whole big presentation prepared. But I think one thing connects us all. We're all here because we're very excited about the BASI Mat and Reformer training course finally coming to life in movement in form of a retreat, which is super cool. I've been working on this and fighting behind the scenes to make this possible. So next year is the year. Um, and because so many people were asking about it, also a lot of people are kind of keen to join. So I haven't even gotten around to fully like prepare the whole page on the website. A lot of things have been going on behind the scenes. Um, but I thought instead of not having the page ready, instead of answering the same questions over and over to everybody, you should have all gotten already a little bit of snippets of information via the emails. And so hopefully you have a general idea what the training, the BASI course requires in itself. And then also after, if we put it in the retreat format, I think everybody here has an idea that it's unlikely that you're going to attend a retreat for a week and then walk out a certified mat and reformer Pilates teacher. So I want to kind of open the floor on that and be like, if this is what you think the retreat is going to be, if you think you're going to, or if your life requires for you to do a fast course where at the end of a week, you get your certificate that lets you go out and teach the world. Unfortunately, you are in the wrong place. Those who know a little bit about BASI Pilates know that BASI is one of the long-standing, very, very known education schools of Pilates. BASI got started by Real Isakovits, the founder, 35 years ago, over 35 years ago. So it's been around for a long time. And so we always say this is a professional training. You are learning to work with real people in real life and their real bodies. So it's something we want to take seriously. And in order to do that and to be excellent Pilates teachers, we need to have an excellent education. So, just in a nutshell, we are providing the official course as provided by any BASI Pilates studio in the world for their mat and reformer training. Um, the difference is that we have a lot more time than you would have in the studio setting. The training we are providing is called the Flex program. It's Mat and Reformer Flex. For those who have been our students in the past for the mat, this means, drum roll, good news, no more sitting for hours in lectures during the retreat. The Flex program means that part of it now is accessible online, digitally. Before the course, you get most of the lectures and the theory, like the anatomy part and some of the principles, you get this in form of short videos 2 weeks before the retreat start. And then we would like you to study and watch these videos. And then in order to be able to come prepared to the retreat week. Um, then, of course, there is the reality. The reality is that some people might sign up for a retreat format because they don't have time in real life to prepare and to study. So I feel like we are, we kind of know in the background that this might be the case. And so we have enough time in the retreat to still, of course, go over things again to see, depending on the needs of the group, what part we might need to, dive into in real life during the retreat again. And the course itself, if you were to do it in the studio setting through BASI, is just 4 modules, actually. It's 4 full days, and we are spreading it over 6 days. So that means not only do we have a little bit of extra time to dive more in depth into lectures or other things that are not clear, but mostly we'll have much more time to actually practice Pilates, practice teaching, hopefully have some time of diving into sequencing and how to actually build that 1 hour class. So a lot of the things that we always feel come a little bit short, even in our mat course that we did, that was also 6 days. Yeah, so I'm excited about the program. The faculty that has taught that format is also really excited. I've gotten nothing but good feedback. Um, so that's it in a nutshell. We have 3 dates already for next year. So we have 3 courses scheduled, and I will, at the end of it, I have some slides that you can copy with the dates, with the price, with the discount links that I'll explain a little bit later, and the sign up link. So you can sign up if you want to. Each of the each of the retreats have a maximum of 20 spots for students. So, and these 20 spots will be given away at least in the May course. We have reserved the first 10 spots for our former students. So, and then it kind of goes like, who signs up for it first? So I have to go just by deposits coming in. So the first 10 spots are reserved for you guys who've done the training with us with Life in Movement before. And then the next 10 spots, or maybe more, will be split between the first 5 that signed up from this Q&A, and then the first 5 that sign up from Monday's Q&A, just to give you a heads up on everything. That's it from me for an intro, and now I just want to hear your questions, your thoughts, and I'm sure we can, yeah, open a dialogue and hopefully answer everybody's question marks. We can do this in a way of maybe use the little hand raise symbol, and then I'll call you out if you have a question. Yes, Adrienne, go ahead.
Hi, sorry, it took me a minute to find the hand signal. Sorry, just to clarify what you said, we're able to sign up after the Q&A session today?
Mhm. Yes,
Okay, amazing.
I will.
And I had a quick, oh, sorry.
Yeah, I will give you a link in the chat here, but then if you missed that for whatever reason, I will also immediately after send to all of you the link for the sign up to your emails.
Amazing. And then sorry, I had a quick second question. When it comes to the training hours after the retreat, is that, and sorry if you said this, but is that only in like an instructor, like if you're working at a studio locally, or can it be more informal to like family and friends? So how are those hours really
Yeah,
calculated?
that's a super important question. I was waiting for that one because I think this is the one main consideration. Um, if you do this with us in a retreat format, you are part of BASI Global, but that doesn't mean you're affiliated with any BASI studio anywhere directly. And for the mat, that was kind of fine because all you need is a mat and a floor and somewhere to train. For the reformer training, you need to have access somewhere in the world to a reformer where you can actually practice your hour. And I'm gonna just pull out the page from BASI. So we have this visually in front of our eyes. Can you see my screen? Yeah, so
Yes.
these are the requirements from BASI to be able to go for your practical exam. So first you do the course that you complete with us in the retreat. And after that, you need to complete a total of 225 hours. That means 45 hours of observation, 90 hours of self-practice, and 90 hours of teaching. All of these can be a mix between mat and reformer. They don't need to be done in a BASI studio. They don't need to be done in a particular form or setting. Basically, the collection of your hours, just like for the mat, is based on an honor system. The idea is, here you are, you learn the work, you want to take this professionally to the next level, you want to practice to feel ready that you can do your final teaching, evaluation, and practical exam. And so nobody is going to sign off these hours for you. You will be part of the BASI student portal. You have your own login there. There's a section where you can write down your hours that you've done, and you can make little notes saying, I've, practiced an hour at home. I taught my sister on the mat. I taught my sister on the reformer. But nobody is going to double check whether this is actually the truth or not, because if you did do an hour of, I don't know, Legree hot Pilates and said you practiced an hour of Pilates, that might reflect in your exam, because for the exam you really need to be able to teach BASI Pilates, which is its own method, its own version. And yeah, so you need to figure out where you can get your hand on a reformer to practice your teaching and to practice your self-practice. Some people have studios that they are friendly with, that want to, where you can rent maybe an hour of reformer time. Maybe you can stay after hours. Maybe you have a nice friend who has a reformer at home. But yeah, you need to figure out where you can actually complete these hours after. I think that's the most important consideration before signing up for this. Did that answer your question? Kat, yes. You need to unmute yourself.
Sorry, also taking ages to find the right.
No worries.
Wondered if you could give a little guide to what a typical day might look like, and also, is it we all have our own reformer, or we're sharing a reformer?
Mhm. So we will have a total of 6 reformers for the 20 students. So that's 3 people per reformer and 1 reformer with 4, if I'm counting right. Which is from my research from the BASI faculty, they have up to 5 students per reformer sometimes, because what we're not going to do is a 20 people reformer class on 20 reformers. Our practice time will be our mat class in the morning, just like in the mat teacher training. So we start at 8 in the morning with a mat class. Then we have our breakfast. Cooked by Fabrice. Who knows? Fabrice will be excited right now. He's coming with me. Then we have the morning lecture. It's about 2 hours, which is usually more the, I think in the flex program, it's more the mat work. And then is a long 3-hour lunch break, which is really there to also enjoy a little bit of that retreat feeling, a little bit of being able to digest the work, enjoy the pool, walk around, have some alone time, enjoy the whole, yeah, retreat atmosphere. And then it's back in the studio for the afternoon session, and that is typically more reformer based. So then you do the exercises just like in the mat course. You learn the exercises on the reformer, then you get some time to practice. Every faculty has a little different take of how they spread out the program. And then also because we have this extra time, we might just get a little bit creative with you guys and see how we can push you, what is needed, what we feel like doing. There might be, but I'm saying might, there might even be, this is very untypical for the teacher training retreats. There might even be a half day free time to uh, hop in a taxi and go to the beach. But I'm not promising it yet because we still need to see how this format plans out. Um, and then there's dinner, and then we're done for the day, and then the next day is the same thing all over again. Hello, Tash. Hi. We have our dear faculty joining us. Um, yeah.
She
Hi,
said
everyone.
driving.
Hi, Tash.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm actually driving.
No, no worries. You just listen in. If I'm giving wrong information, you just jump in and say, no, this is not the Flex program like this. But I've because I have never hosted the Flex program, but in the last year I've done my research with all the great BASI faculty that I work with who have taught it before, to have a pretty good sense of how this will go down. Maybe interesting to tell everybody we have two new locations. So for those who've been in Portugal with us, we have a new location altogether because we've outgrown Casacales. Um, and I will talk a little bit more about the two locations after. Yes, Marion.
Yeah, you said that the you would send online material to get ready or to prepare when it comes to anatomy and more theoretical contents. But will there be a little bit of theory as well during the retreat? Because yeah, working on anatomy all alone can be a little bit tricky, and yeah, like
Yes. So the material, the course material, this all comes automatically through the BASI portal. So the material for the lectures will be released to you, sent to you, made accessible 2 weeks before the start of the course, so 2 weeks before the retreat. Then it's up to you to watch this, to prepare yourself. But every day has where typically that part of the lecture was part of the course, we do a little recap, review, and because we have extra time, again, the faculty can kind of decide, okay, we need to spend some extra time on this because nobody really understands what we're talking about, or oh, they're all former math students, they've done this before, and we can concentrate on what's new. Yeah, again, flexibility and yeah, we hope that everybody, it's official requirement to come into the retreat prepared, but then also, you might have some time after dinner to quickly watch the lecture for the next day. If you have a good short-term memory, you might come more prepared for that day. And I think I always get the questions from people, how can I prepare? There's always people who want to get themselves prepared prior to the retreat. So for those, I think that will be really, really helpful. Yes, Virginia.
Riley, can I say something?
Oh, please. Yes. Oh,
Hi, everyone. It's Tash.
hi.
Hi, this is very exciting. The first reformer, mat teacher training in this retreat environment, just based on that question that just came through now. The beauty about doing the teacher training in this retreat style environment, mat and reformer, is the theory is part of the conversations that we have over breakfast, lunch, dinners, around the pool, all the time. So there will always be opportunity to grasp the work better, especially the theory. The great thing with the Flex program, different to our previously set up comprehensive scenario, is you will get access, if I'm correct, 2 weeks prior to the start date of the course, you will get access to the theory, which you can then start familiarizing yourself with, which will allow you to arrive a little bit more prepared, but that is always going to be available to you. Those discussions and those theory lessons will always be available to you before the retreat, during the retreat, and after the retreat. So you can do revision all the time. So it's a really great format that BASI has established with the theory and then, of course, the discussions on the retreat.
Thank you, Tash, for that. Virginia, you have a question.
Hi, thank you. Is there a training that is just for mat, and or is there a retreat that's just for mat?
We have 7 courses next year for the mat. We have 7 retreats for the mat, no, 6 retreats for the mat and 3 retreats for the mat and reformer. They're all on our website.
Okay.
2 are in Morocco and the rest are in Portugal. So I can I will just send in the chat our website. Maybe Dom, you can do that. Send just our web address in the chat so people can also. So all the mat courses are already open for registration and sign up, and just the mat and reformer we're launching today.
Okay. Thank you.
And Marion.
Yes, following the question Virginia just asked, is there only reformer retreats? And if not, and if we have already completed the mat training with you, do we have to complete the whole retreat again, or can we just come for the reformer part? Like, yeah.
So really, really good question. Everybody has that question. BASI, as a Pilates Education Institute, believes very strongly that Pilates is a method, a system that cannot be separated into reformer only, equipment only, chair only. And that's why this piecemeal built on top of each other, isolated trainings do not exist with BASI. And that's why for many, many years, for almost 35 years, there was the mat as a standalone as an option to get your basis, to understand the method, to really get your foundation and ground. And then the next step was the full comprehensive with all the equipment. So already having the mat and reformer is, from the BASI point of view, like a big step into, well, what the modern times require and what we need and want. But the idea is still that the mat is the foundation. So we want to avoid having people just come for the reformer. And I think especially now that the reformer Pilates is so popular, I'm even more convinced that this is super important, that people are almost required, forced to redo the mat or to learn the mat on top of the reformer, whether you're new to it or whether you've already done it. If you've already done it, in our retreat format, because we're selling it as a full package, I we can't isolate it out. We cannot say like, hey, Marion, you've already done the mat. You can chill by the pool and only come to, only in the afternoon, because that, I thought about it, but it becomes too disruptive for the whole group. So we're in it together and you're in it again. Often when we repeat trainings, and I think any faculty or any Pilates teacher of many years, I've been a Pilates teacher for 20 years, can attest to that. The learning never stops, and we keep on repeating and relearning and redoing the same thing over and over. And every time we learn more, we understand more, we get deeper. So I would be very, very surprised if anybody who repeats the mat feels like, oh, I know it all. I've already done this all. There's always a layer deeper that you will find. The good news is there is a discount, um, especially for this first training in May. So there's two types of discounts. There is, in general, the early bird discount, which I apply throughout all of my retreats always. If you sign up and pay in full 4 months before the retreat start, you get 150 euro discount. And for those who have done the mat course with me with Life in Movement at any point, you will get a discount from BASI of 500 euros. So, and you can, for those who have been my students, who've done the mat, it doesn't matter if you've done your exam or not, as long as you've completed the course already, you get 500 euros off. And if on top of it you sign up before the early bird expires, you actually have a 650 euro discount on the full package. And for the others that are new, that I see for the first time, you can still get the 150 euro discount as long as you are within the early bird rate. This discount from BASI applies officially, so this is the wording. A mat student gets the discount on the mat and reformer course if they attend the first available reformer training of the same host. But I have convinced them then that this is the first time ever. This will be the first available to all of you who've ever done the mat course with me. And I want to extend that even further into, if this first course sells out, then technically the August one, which is the next one, would be the first available course to you. So I'm gonna fight for you hard and make sure, do my best that you get a little something to reward you for already having done this and being happy to do it all over again. Maggie.
Hi. I just wanted to quickly ask, as you just shared like this overview about what needs to be done after the week, where would I then like take the exam, or how would this situation look like for me then if I'm like finishing the retreat and I'm coming home, I get a hold on a reformer, I can practice and everything. How would then the next steps be?
So for your exam, so typically I would say people take at least a year to practice to get their 225 hours in. In that time, you will start already connecting to the BASI network through our global network. We have a mentorship program, so we'll support you after the retreat. And when you feel like you're ready to take your exam, there is different options. You can either find a BASI studio anywhere in the world that offers the exam, and then you connect with them directly and you see if they can slot you in, and you can do it in your country, in your language, wherever it's offered. That's one option. But there is now also a second option of doing it online. Online it's a live online, is it live touch, do you remember? Is Tash still here? Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here. So all BASI math exams are done online. You book through your portal and you schedule a time with a BASI faculty and take the exam online for all the math courses.
But the Math and Reformer, I believe it's still preferred to do it in person, but there is a way of doing it pre-recorded. The exact requirements, and at the time that you will be ready, sometimes things change. But again, there is more and more options to do it in whatever version fits your schedule, your country, your travels. Yeah, we want you to succeed. We want you to have a way to pass your exam.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Kat.
Hi, thank you. So full disclosure, I am thinking of coming, but obviously I'm not BASI trained. I've trained with another provider, but I still feel there's value in coming and unpicking the exercises and improving. I mean, I just feel there's so much learning. Would you agree with that, that it's useful?
Yes, and plus, I mean, you did the course with us, right,
Mm,
already.
mm,
So I would say you're a BASI student,
yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Um, and again, like my first full comprehensive Pilates teacher training was classical, and then years later I did the BASI to learn a different way. And now what I teach is kind of, what suits me and my clients best. I never became faculty. Tash, on the other hand, is 100% BASI. So yeah, the more I think the more you practice and you learn. I'm also a yoga teacher, like we take these bits and pieces and then make out of it what suits our scenario and our clients. So
Thank you. And then in terms of the reformer repertoire, it's very much fundamentals, intermediate, not so much the advanced exercises I would anticipate.
that is
Yeah,
correct. So
yeah.
and that's a really good point. So you cover the whole mat. And you cover a lot of the reformer, but not into the advanced
Mm,
exercises,
mm,
because I almost want to say, because as much as we want to learn those fancy, exercises that we see on Instagram, in reality, at the end of 6 days of doing Pilates and learning from beginners through the intermediate, um, very few people are actually ready, physically and also mentally. Like often, even in the mat, like those last few exercises of the advanced work kind of pass by in a blur.
yeah.
So it is actually much more suitable to go more in depth into what your mind is capable of taking and what your body is capable of actually practicing in that week than trying to cover each and every exercise. And then, of course, with BASI, there is so many ways to continuously learning, to add the comprehensive, to add the mentor, to do workshops, continuing education. They offer so much. So that's really when you're ready and you are a teacher, that's when you say, okay, now I'm ready for that advanced workshop of really diving deeper. Mm.
Thank you so much. Sorry to take up time, but final little question, because I love the reformer. I'm a little bit obsessed. I go on the reformer every day. If by some chance I wasn't worn out by all the training, would there be opportunity for extra session or extra practice time or?
You mean for yourself or booking a private or?
Yes, say for example, booking a private or.
Um, I wouldn't exclude it at the moment. I think we so far, I mean, in the mat, it's never come up because we are actually still so busy. But I'm sure Tash is not at all opposed to putting in an extra hour of one-on-ones. And yes, we have 3 hours lunch break. And if you feel like you want to be on that reformer for an hour of that by yourself, yes, the equipment is there for us to use.
Thank you. I mean, in reality, we all may just want to lie by the pool, but thank you. I
Yes.
really appreciate that.
Yes. Any other questions? Otherwise, I can answer some that haven't been asked yet. But yes, Maria Luisa.
Hi, yes, you mentioned that you either used to or still offer a course that is more whole system. Is that something that's still available, or how does that work?
So the BASI comprehensive courses are available through the BASI website. Globally, we in the retreat format through Life and Movement, we don't offer the comprehensive just because it would take too long, involve too much equipment, and probably be very, very expensive because
Ah,
already the course in itself has a cost, and then you add, 6 nights of retreat and food and travel. So as of now, we're not offering the comprehensive training with all the equipment yet.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
But BASI website, you can find all over the world comprehensive courses in a studio setting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi everyone, it's Tash again. So I just definitely just wanted to say there will be opportunity to do the additional privates or semi-privates, however we structure it, once we get there. And then also just want to encourage everyone that the setup of this course format with a mat included in the reformer is giving you a great foundation, and it will really help your confidence in being a great teacher by, if you love what you do and you want to step into a full-time environment and teach in a studio that is equipped with all the apparatus. This is your, I want to say, your foundation groundwork, not your foundation level, but your groundwork that will give you all the information and the tools and the confidence that you need to be a great teacher, to then continue into the comprehensive format at a later stage. I hope that makes sense.
Yes, it does. I'm sure you're wondering how much it's all gonna cost and what is about the actual location. Where is this all happening? So should I talk about that a bit? Yes. Okay. Um, the price, let me share my slides, then you see it also visually. Okay, well, starting with the dates. So the dates are here for the 3 Mat and Reformer courses next year. And you have your teachers already on there. You're seeing my screen, yes? Yes, okay. So we have May 3rd to 10th, August 22nd to 29th, and November 28th to December 5th. The May course will be taught by Tash, who is driving and with us here. The August course is going to be taught by Ola, who some of you know from the mat training. And the December course is going to be taught by Deborah from Spain, who was just in Morocco with us. All 3 are most excellent, amazing teachers and wonderful people, and I'm super, super excited to be working with all of them. This is the cost for the whole retreat experience. So this is the non-discounted full, like you've missed your early bird, and it's, so 4,100 is the single room, and that includes your whole stay, all your meals, all your coursework, the BASI tuition, everything kind of, except for getting to and from the venue, your airfare, and then your local transportation. And the shared rooms are 300 euros less. Oh, 200 euros less, sorry. These are the rates for everything for 6 nights, 7 nights. And then there is the discounts. So these are the discounts with the rates. You might want to make a note if you feel like you want to sign up and any of these discount rates apply to you. So the EB 150 is for anybody who signs up 4 months before to any of the courses. So we're still in the early bird rate for all of the courses right now. You just give that code when you sign up. And then we have the really, really good one, BASI EB 650 gives you 650 euro discount, which is the discount from BASI plus the early bird combined. And the BASI 500 is not applicable at the moment because that is for students who've missed the early bird rate. But I will continue now. Eventually, this will all show up on the website. I will send you links. You can reach out if you've missed it. Here is also the link for the actual signing up. So I'm going to copy that. Stop sharing. I'll post it in the chat, but you don't need to run and sign up immediately. You can still stay until the end of the call. I don't think we're gonna have everybody just run for it immediately. Because you might want to hear a little bit about the 2 locations we have. Because we have 2 new locations in, so everything in these 3 courses is all Portugal. You have to fly to Portugal. Let me share my screen again for the 2 venues. No, that's the wrong. Let me try that again. Now let me find in my gazillion tabs. Those who know me know that I work with a gazillion tabs. Monte das Casolas is our new home for the retreats for the MAT course and the May very first MAT and Reformer course. It is an hour and a half south of Lisbon driving. So for this one, flying into Lisbon makes the most sense. It's a really beautiful kind of the quintessential Portuguese landscape. It's very much in the green. You have these rolling hills. This doesn't open much. You have 5 bungalows. Trying to find it. So you have 5 of these like wooden bungalows. It's all very sustainable, very eco Portuguese run. It's a beautiful retreat center. And each of the bungalows has 3 rooms that are sharing a common area with a living room, a veranda, a terrace, and even a little fireplace in case it gets cold. I thought I could open those. I will send you the link to the website, then you can also browse around and kind of see the studio is super beautiful. So this is like, I feel like it's our nature home for the next 2 years. And only the first MAT and Reformer course in May will happen there. All the MAT courses will happen there for the next 2 years. Already paid all the deposits, so it will happen. The other place, so if you can't make May, or if you're thinking, what is my other option? Monte Sobradinho will be our home for the MAT and Reformer course. So for the Reformers, this is in the Algarve. So this is, for those who've been with us at Casacales, it's in Lulé. So you fly to Faro, which is in the south. And it's an absolutely stunning retreat venue with a heated pool, very luxurious accommodation. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. We're about to go there next week for our bar teacher training retreat. So we'll come back with lots of pictures and news. But yeah, starting in August, this will be our venue for MAT and Reformer. And the other one is just for the May course and then for all the MAT courses. so you see a little bit of where you will be staying and where you have your home. I think in feel they're very different. One is a little bit more luxurious and feels more like a villa house. Everybody's closer together. Casolas in south of Lisbon is more nature, air, space, little pods. You will have, you have these little different houses. So we always have 4 people sharing 3 rooms. So we have 2 single rooms, 1 shared. So there might be a little bit more intimacy between the little groups sharing the little houses. Yeah, maybe that helps you make your choice where you might want to go. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. Are there other questions, maybe? All the questions are answered. Sounds so good. Well, in any case, I will do this all over again on Monday for another group. The link for the sign up is in the chat. Let me also send in the link the two websites for the venues, because nothing is online yet. It will be hopefully soon. This is the Monte Sobradinho in Lulé in the Algarve. This is Casolas in Grandola. So you can also do your research. In general, for those who know me, I'm always available for quick questions on WhatsApp. That's my favorite way of replying, like something, because then I can also leave you a voice message. Otherwise, email, and I will, after the call, I'll gather the recording of this and send you all the links to your email, so you have it all there. And then we'll just see what happens. I would love to know from those who are former students, not wanting to like point you out, but Angie, Christina, Marion, Kat, Dom, what are your thoughts? Are you gonna come back?
Okay, I'm jumping in. Definitely. I mean, and I really loved the math training, so I consider seriously doing the rest, the reformer. And I was actually starting looking at the BASI studios in the US, as in Jamaica now. And then I saw Ola last week online for a class, and she told me, yes, but you know what? It's coming with life and movement as well. So I was like, oh, okay, good news. So no, it's definitely something that I'm going to consider. The only issue for me is being so far away. It will have to match my travel back to Europe. So that's the only question mark for me, but it sounds amazing, and I will definitely consider it.
Yeah, it would be great to see you again.
I'm gonna jump in as well. I'm actually on the road, so I'm also trying to sign up and pay already for May, so just before the run. So very happy to see many of you today, and thank you, Morali. And I would say that I had the first retreat. I think it was last June. It was this June, actually, this past June. And I think practicing, and it was only Matt. and I've been practicing, but honestly, I think it takes longer to really understand and try to grasp what it takes. And I haven't even started practicing teaching at all yet. That would be my next step. So for me, the May one would work perfectly for in terms of timing, but I'm also using it as a target to kind of use it as a reinforcement training, and then hopefully I can really get into the exam very soon after. So I would say that's a very good kind of target for me to look forward to, and I'm really looking forward to really just focus and spend 1 week to do this for myself and with all of you as well. So thank you.
So looking forward to seeing you.
Yeah, as Marianne said, for me, like first I was only considering to do the math and really focus on the math, and then maybe in a couple of years do the reformer. But after doing the math with you, I'm so hooked now that now I'm really considering the reformer as well. So let's see.
Yay. All right. I will be available, and if there's no more questions, then we'll close.
Sorry,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I think the link doesn't work, the payment link. I opened it, but it says it's broken.
Oh, let me double check that. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, there was a space in the last link posted, so.
Okay, let me repost it. I'm getting it from the source to be sure. Copy and paste. Yeah, there is a space indeed. Try now. Yes, that looks better. Okay. I hope that works for you, Maria.
Yes, thank you.
Great. Yeah, then I hope I'll see all of you. Tom, I'll see you for sure. And Tash has already gone on to the next endeavor, picking up her kids, teaching a course, teaching a class. She's always busy. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, and see you in Portugal, I hope.
Thank
It
you
was
so
good to see you,
Thank you
Mareile.
so much.
Bye. Bye.
much. Bye.